Oh, what's up, Internet? Welcome back to yet another weekly vlog. And in this vlog, I have a little mission, something I want to get off my chest. And I have no doubt in my mind that this video is going to get a lot of dislikes. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, one thing people don't know is hitting a dislike on a video is better than doing nothing at all. I'm pretty sure the way YouTube algorithms work, it's whatever. So the reason I'm bringing this up is my latest weekend adventure video, the one from last week, not the one you saw yesterday, got, at this point, a record, for me, 13 dislikes. And it's one of those situations where it was like a damned if I do, damned if I don't. Had I not picked up that N64 bundle, the comments would have been, oh my god, Cory, the value. And because I did, apparently people didn't like it that I was talking about how everything there I was going to resell. Or maybe it was because I was listing the value. Like, I don't know, let me know in the comments below. But here's something I wanted to talk about. I've always and forever tried to keep it real with you guys. Like, if I'm going to sell something, I'm going to tell you I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to be one of those guys that picks something up and it's just like, oh, this is going to look great on my shelf. And then my collection video rolls around and it's just like, where's your N64 stuff? Oh, I got rid of it. But I didn't tell you that. No. I tell you when I'm going to do something because I'm going to do it. And I have no shame in that. Like, I don't care about N64. Like, going into this garage sale season, I was wanting to find great stuff, but I knew going into it, any N64 stuff I was getting, I wasn't going to keep. I've had a decent N64 collection in the past. I had no desire to play any of it. Like, it just didn't age well, and I have no nostalgia for it other than Smash Brothers. And Smash Brothers is going to stay that nostalgic. It's not going to be something that I'm going to be like, oh, let me play some Smash Brothers. I'm not going to do that. I don't have time for that. I was always terrible at that game. I'm always going to be terrible at that game. I just remember how much I loved it back in the day. But I'm off on a tangent. I basically got called out in the comments on that video by one person, very vocal minority, that I've changed. I haven't changed. Like, I've always done this. I've always said I'm doing this. Nothing has changed. The only thing that might have changed is if you watched my videos like 2 years ago when I would pick up N64 games and keep them, and now I don't. Like, I guess that's changed. It's called realization. It's called growing up. It's called understanding that you can't keep everything. It's called being an adult. Like, I don't know if the collectors you're looking to watch on YouTube, you want to have infinite funds where they don't have to worry about anything like, a car payment, trying to save for a house. You just want them to have money and you want them to sit there like this. And that's not me. I don't make a ton of money at work. I can't afford to just at garage sales. So yeah, if I spend $100 on a fucking lot, you best believe I better be making some money back on it. And the thing is, if you go check my eBay, every single fucking thing there is reasonably priced or best offer with free shipping. So I goddamn guarantee you, unless someone fucks up and lists something way too low, the stuff I'm selling on eBay is going to be pretty much the cheapest you can get for anything that you're looking for. And when I sell in person, I take 25% off the fucking eBay price. Minimum. That's where my fucking start prices start at trade events. Minimum 25% off of the eBay price. Like, so I don't understand this whole, like, oh, you're what's bad in the community. Here's something we should talk about. imagine I'm a collector that has this unfaltering hatred for anybody that resells. I talk about it all the time, and I can't deal with a reseller. Never would have known Sam. Never would have hung out at his booth. Never would have had that great friendship. He's still one of my best friends to this day. And he's a reseller. That's what he did. That was his job. Job. That was his job. I do this as a hobby. I don't do this as a job. I'm not making like actual good money on this. I'm getting by. In fact, I've probably spent thousands on my collection compared to some people. Like for instance, a guy I started watching recently, Maximus Black. No disrespect, but he's constantly talking about the value and how his collection is almost paid for with what he's been able to recoup at garage sales. And I'm okay with that. I respect that. And in fact, it makes me wonder, like, how much recouping would I ever possibly have to do to get to that point? And because I started a long time ago not even thinking about that, it's not even possible to think about. It's not even a number I can come up with how much I've spent on this collection. Way more than I should have. But what I'm getting at is you can't be that narrow-minded. You can't. Like, for instance, so if I hate resellers, that means I can't ever go into a flea market booth that has a reseller, even if he has reasonable prices. Like over in, well, I don't know him personally, but like Leo, the video game guy over in California from Fluffy's channel, well, from his own channel too. Like, he seems like a very reasonable reseller. He seems like he hooks people up, and he seems like a pretty cool guy. Now, if I'm that narrow-minded, collector-orientated, only collectors, hate resellers mindset, it's just like you can't even talk to somebody like that then. Or that person has to be your enemy. And I don't understand that mindset. Where it's just like, if anything, honestly, like I said, real talk, realist of the real, if anything is ruining this video game community or this retro gaming community, it's probably all of us YouTubers. I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. Collectively, it's all of us. Like, we've only grown in popularity. And 3 years ago, when I started this collecting thing and started this YouTube thing, it was so much fucking easier. I feel like our local retro group has grown exponentially since then. Because I've been in it since, like, the beginning. And just the number of fucking people. And the thing is, these people have, like, way beyond surpassed me. I probably have one of the worst collections in Connecticut. And that's not because I'm not a real collector. It's because I have a real life. I'm not just what you see on the fucking camera. I go to work. I'm going to work right now. I don't have that option to just be like, oh, all I do is think about and collect games, and I could never sell a game for money. That's the evil reseller thing. That's ruining the community. Like, that's fucking bullshit. I don't know. I think I've ranted on this enough. It's one of those things where I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but for some reason I've been thinking about this for way too long, and I just needed to talk about it. I've honestly, the latest weekend adventure video I was editing, I think I ranted about it 3 times. I'm probably just going to cut that right the fuck out, just because I want to get it, like, very concise, in one place, and because you guys don't need to hear about it, like, 5 different times. It doesn't make any sense. So this might be a shorter vlog. Well, it's a 10-minute video already, but it might be a shorter vlog. You might not see much more of me this week, just because, once again, it's a normal fucking week. I have nothing interesting going on in my life. It's just work, edit, eat. guys, it's, 2 days later. I'm freaking out a little bit because I've been doing battle with a spider in my car while I'm driving. Just walking across my windshield, and I grabbed a tissue, went to get it, and I missed. And next thing I know, it's dangling from the tissue, so I'm just like, ah, fuck! I'm going like across 2 lanes of traffic like a fucking jackass, trying to get my window down with the tissue in my hand, the thing dangling from the tissue. I don't know if it's out of my car. I don't fucking know. And the thing is, I don't have a problem with spiders, generally. Like, my house has a lot of them, to be honest. They turn up every once in a while, and it's never a big thing. Like, I'll get rid of them because Alicia is gonna freak out. But I've never been like, oh no, a spider. Like, I don't want to touch one necessarily, but it being like within a foot of me isn't a big deal. But now that I don't know where the fuck he is, if he's out of the car, it is freaking me the fuck out. But what I did want to talk to you guys about before I started getting attacked by a spider, it was just something to go off of what I talked about earlier in the video about like people having a problem with the direction my channel is going. And to be honest, like, people seem to think like it's going in a different direction than it was before. Like, everything I've done, I've explained as I've done it. Like, I literally, in the same breath of me saying, hey, I'm selling all these games, I'm saying, hey, this is because we're saving up for a house. Honestly, fuck a collection. Like, it's time to adult every once in a while, you know? And the thing is, I see people on Facebook and YouTube doing it all the time, where it's just like, hey, real life is getting in the way. I gotta take care of this, and I might have to take care of this by getting rid of my collection. I might have to take care of this by selling some of my collection. And unless I'm just not paying attention, I never see people jumping down their fucking throats. Like, I've had people jumping down my fucking throat for it. But it's just, I don't know. Like, it's annoying, but I found my way to deal with it. I honestly just block them. Because I spent 3 days this week, like, thinking about that, like, comment, and it's not worth that. Like, it isn't. For someone to come on my YouTube channel and say only negative things, it doesn't provide value for anybody. And the thing is, I've taken constructive and harsh criticism in the past. And I think I just saw a spider move. And I've tried to build off it. Like, very specifically, like, there was one subscriber who I very much appreciate now that used to give me headaches with the shit he would leave in the comments below, and I'd just be like, motherfucker. But now, like, I've taken it as, like, constructive criticism. But the shit people were saying on last weekend's Weekend Adventure, like, nothing was constructive. It was basically just a character assassination, and it was another guy that I ended up blocking who's been subscribed for a while from what I can remember. And I actually, like, looked back through the history of, like, the things he's commented on my videos, and he's always made jackass comments, so I blocked him too. It's like, it's not worth it, you know? Like, it's not worth it having that stupid drama in your life. Like, it takes, the fact that people take effort and time out of their day to be like, hey, I want to make this person's day worse, is kind of a fucked up thing, you know? Like, it takes so little effort to hit the like button on a video, hit the dislike button on a video, but to, like, go down in the comments below and start, social justice warrioring, like, and fucking, trying to be like an elitist collector and judging me based on my weight. and stuff like that is just like, that takes more effort than it's fucking worth for you to even do. You know, like that's just bullying at that point. Like, it wasn't necessary, and I didn't appreciate it. And the disgusting thing about that comment, the one I'm talking about now, the second comment on that video, is he tried to like mask it in like a veiled compliment, and it's just like, that's almost even more fucked up, you know? So yeah, heading back from work, gonna be meeting up with Alicia for dinner, and we'll see where the week goes from here. It's Thursday. I don't imagine there's gonna be much else, but we'll see how it goes. And holy fuck, look at the traffic going into Hartford. Fuck that. Fuck that. It just keeps going. It literally, I don't see an end to it. I do not see an end to it. I feel bad for all those people. Because if I were stuck in that, I'd be flipping the fuck out. But fortunately, well, it looks like it, you know, it only goes to about here, which is like fucking New Britain. But Jesus Christ. That's a lot of traffic. Anyway, time to get back to concentrating on driving and finding the spider. Anyways, that's going to pretty much be doing it for the weekly vlog. It's now Friday, and I realize all I've pretty much done this video in this week is ramble about the silent minority or the vocal minority. So I wanted to take this opportunity to give a shout out to all the subscribers that represent the silent majority who enjoy the videos, who leave that like button, who don't feel the need to hate on things, like to go out of their way and hate on things, which I've never understood. Thanks to you guys, I appreciate that. Thank you to the inner circle. Hope you have a good week. Hope this video didn't bore you to tears. But yeah, time to get the weekend started. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, although this is a weird video to start off on if you're new, but subscribe if you're interested anyway. And as always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys. To the U to the E, man.